during the 13th World Congress of Gynecological Endocrinology, which brought together over 3,000 leading physicians and researchers from around the world. Femarelle was presented in a special symposium. The most prominent figures in women's health addressed the new possibility Femarelle provides to the medical community as a first-line treatment for the management of menopause and bone health.
60 years that we've had the estrogen available as therapy, and yet, as late as today, the majority of women are either afraid or unable to take hormone therapy.
It is not sufficient to say to a woman, well, you're no longer having reproductive life and we don't do anything about it. You have to struggle with it yourself.
In Italy, only 6% of women are under hormone of the postmenopausal age. Does this mean that we are so able to convince them that 94% of them, they are out of treatment?
We don't any longer feel that it's appropriate to make those 94% of women live without help.
Certainly the menopause is a natural event in every human's life. However, the estrogen deficiency is a chronic and progressive disease affecting actually every organ in women's body. You have seen that estrogen receptors are more or less expressed everywhere. And then what is the role of us as physicians? How do we deal with patients that cannot or do not want the hormones? And what about the importance of long-term treatment, and how does it interact with the low-dose, short-term directive? The treatment is a chronic treatment. Treatment is starting at 50, it's going around your 70s, and why you have to stop, I don't know. That now we have Femarelle, which is in fact not a novel phytoestrogen, but a novel phyto-SERM. And that novel SERM is able to interfere with the estrogen receptor in a positive way in the bone and in the brain, and to express its own effect while it don't give any stimulation on the breast and on the uterus. Then it makes that, first of all, not giving any stimulation on the endometrial level, it completely cancels the need to use a progesterone, which the progesterone is another increasing risk in the hormone replacement therapy. We have also to mention that we are giving something not interacting with progesterone receptor, which is completely positive aspect. And the recommended use is for the management of menopausal symptoms and bone health, then osteopenia. And also I would like also to cancel that idea that we have to treat osteoporotic. We have to prevent osteoporosis. Then our patients, they are not yet osteoporotic waiting the fracture. They are osteopenic. But osteopenia is a greater risk to develop osteoporosis. Then we have to treat osteopenia.
Before I even knew about Femarelle, I had been interested with Dr. Panay about talking about a paradigm that we could talk about how to treat menopause in a conservative way that was safe and effective. So where does Femarelle fit in? My conclusion really is, again, that we really have the majority of women suffering from symptoms. We have long-term worry about bone loss and heart disease as well, and that women should receive the most conservative, the most effective treatment with the highest safety profile. And I thought that our study added to these other safety elements and made me feel at least it was quite safe. And I think it certainly could be a consideration for you for a first-line treatment.
Following the symposium, Femarelle's Scientific Advisory Board and an expert panel met to discuss Femarelle's ongoing and future research. The panel members expressed their commitment to establish Femarelle as a safe and effective solution, extending women's quality of life without exposing them to health risks. With the medical community behind Femarelle, in a market where less than 10% of women are currently being treated by hormones, the other 90% represent the great opportunity Femarelle provides to our partners around the globe.